Hi, my name is Dr. Laura Salyer, and I prescribe creativity to alleviate health professional burnout. But today I wanted to talk about the 4 mistakes that you or your organization might be doing when it comes to addressing burnout. So burnout is a sticky word, right? And the first thing that a lot of us do is we avoid the discomfort. That's the first D, discomfort. And it's based in our neuroscience, our amygdala, this part of our brain that senses fear and pain, is so strong and it can affect our decisions in the prefrontal cortex. So we're more likely to avoid an uncomfortable situation than seek out pleasure. And in that instance, I challenge you to sit with that discomfort as a CEO or as the HR department or as a residency director. Recognize this discomfort. Burnout is here. It is a complex situation with multiple angles of answers. And when you sit and recognize this discomfort, that's the first step to identifying and treating burnout. The second D is diagnose. And there are many different ways to diagnose burnout. We have the Maslow Burnout Inventory, which was created in 1981, all the way up to the Copenhagen, which was 2005. So there's many different metrics to choose from. Not all are perfect because burnout is a complex situation. But what you can start doing is identifying your staff. Talk to your nurses, talk to your students, make this a topic of conversation and pick a metric and stick with it. And if you don't find any validated information, try another one, reassess, see and open this conversation to diagnose those that are struggling behind that forced smile. The third D is do. A lot of organizations pride themselves on recognizing burnout, diagnosing it, but do they do anything? There's many ways you can become involved. The National Academy of Medicine has a clinician well-being action plan. The AMA has its own action plan. There's a lot of conferences. You can Google physician wellness and resiliency, and likely there's a conference in your local area. All of us are aware, all of us have attempts to try and help diagnose and treat this problem. So by offering a solution, some kind of action, and doing something about it is a lot more than just lip service to your staff, your students, and your residents. But finally, the most crucial piece of this whole conundrum is dose. So in the 1950s, right, we had the birds and bees talk, the one talk with our kids, the ward cleaver method, and that doesn't work, right? We know that to grow any healthy adult, we need to have multiple opportunities to talk about uncomfortable situations. And burnout is the same thing. So I challenge you to have a State of the Union regularly with yourself, with your staff, with your students and your residents. Bring this up in a recurring fashion so then things don't fester. Things don't sit there and wallow and explode, and you don't end up losing students to suicide or leaving and retiring with the physicians too early. Multiple doses are needed. Burnout is not a one-dose solution. So these 4 Ds, I invite you to consider and reflect on them. And I also invite you to reach out because I am compiling everyone's story into a book, Right Brain Rescue: From Burnout to Bliss, where I would love to hear your insight and your viewpoint. Everybody has a unique story from the UK to Australia to Canada to America. All of us are suffering burnout. And by hearing your insight on what your institution has done or not, what your training has supported or not, helps us come up with more solutions that are innovative, that can help all of us heal the healers. So please reach out and schedule a discovery call with me so I can learn about your needs and help you along the burnout path as well. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to connecting with you. Have a creative day.